Hello again, and welcome to this week's update on the level editor. I'm just showing off some of the new features that have been fixed. So first off, I added a few new weather effects. There's 3 new ones. There's lightning, storm, there's the first one. There's an alternate lightning storm that you, oh, there we go. See it there. And a meteor shower type effect. So that's that. Another thing that I added was something that was requested was custom playfield art. So right now we have no playfield art, but we can apply one. That's just a gradient that I have in my folder. Here's another one. There's another simple gradient. They're all that's all I've provided for you in this update. Is just simple gradients. But what you can do is I'll provide instructions on where you can put the image files that you'd like to put into the level editor, or sorry, yeah, into the game, and I'll provide instructions on what directory on your computer you put the image files, and it'll load them up automatically, and then you can just yeah, you can apply them directly to the playfield. So I'm just gonna go back to none for now. What else did I add? Oh, the helper, the placement where you place objects. Let me go to it. That little blue thing that you can see on the objects. So before it was a cube, I just switched it to more of a capsule type shape. And the reason for that is now you can press a button, which is the C button, and it changes its size. Now, when it's the big size, that is the size of a pinball. So you can see exactly, for reference purposes, how big the pinball is going to be on the stage if you'd like. And that could just help you with the placement of objects. There you go. That's that. I added a new grabbing function as well. This was something that somebody requested. So if you press G on the keyboard, it switches to grabber mode, and you can grab an object and you can move it rather than having to delete and place new objects all the time. You can just simply grab and move them. There's a ton of bug fixes. I've just listed all those in the patch notes. And let's see. This little button here you can see under blockers. I added a new blocker creator, so you can go like that. You can create your own. And then yeah, you can grab them. You can rotate them. That's something that some people don't realize. You can you hold the mouse wheel down, the middle mouse button. You can rotate objects gradually rather than. There's also like a flip button where it flips a button by 45 degrees. Or sorry, 90s. But yeah, you can see there if you're just gradually spinning it, slowly spinning it. What else? New mechanics, tower spinner. One of these bad boys. That'll just manipulate the ball as it goes in circles. And one of these as well. This is something that's brand new. This has not actually been in the game before. This was never in the game, but I made this just for this, and yeah, that's pretty much all it does. I do want to add more features and stuff so you can manipulate the speeds and whatnot of objects in the future. Some of the raceway creator stuff, I've edited a little bit. So, something that people brought up was there's no back button now. And how do you exit? So what you have to do, that's intentional. So you have to make an exit to the raceway. So you have to keep building the raceway itself. And then you hit the exits button, and there's 3 different exits you can use. So then you can see there now that it has an actual exit. And here's a useful feature for the grabber. I can move it now if I don't like where I put it. So yeah, do that, start modifying it. So it doesn't let you exit out because I haven't placed an actual exit for the raceway. Once you've placed an exit for the ramp, then you can exit out and go back to the others menu and look at the other stuff. And what else? I think that's really about it. I consider those a fair amount for this week. Oh, I added little visual guides for some of the objects. Some of them already had them, but I'm just showing it off here. So for this one, it was a little hard to see which way the speed boost was actually going to launch the ball, so I added that arrow. You can see the arrow, and then when you go to play it, the arrow disappears. So it only appears when you're in the editor mode. It'll show you. So I have it on the gates as well, and on the holes. Where are the holes? There's a hole. So if you enter a hole, the arrow shows you which way it'll exit from the hole. And then yeah, obviously when you go to play it, they don't show up in the game, so you don't have to worry about that. And I expanded the control screen. There were some controls that were in the editor that weren't actually in this screen before, so now it just better explains how everything works. And oh, one last thing I'll touch upon. If you hold shift on the keyboard, oh, that was a little weird. If you hold shift on the keyboard and then move your mouse back and forth, you can see that the object will, oh, that's okay, that's a little buggy. I'll look into that. But it snaps to the grid. So I'll have to look into that a bit more and see what's going on. They're not supposed to go in and out of the table like that. But the idea is that if you have troubles lining things up perfectly in a line, right? Because I want all these to be perfectly in a line. I can't. It's very difficult to do that. So if you hold shift, it'll lock it along that axis. So I can move my mouse up and down, but the object's actually not technically supposed to move it up and down. So I'll see why the object's moving up and down for next update. That'll be fixed. But yeah, that is an option, or it will be a better suited option in the future. But yeah, that's pretty much that for this week. And yeah, I'll just make it quick.